Hi, this is Sarah of Spa and Wellness Mexicaribe, and today I am here with Erica of Living Earth Crafts, and we have an interesting webinar on innovative equipment for spa professionals. Welcome, Erica. How are you?
Great, Sarah. Thanks for having me today.
We're excited to learn all about innovative spa equipment. It's definitely a hot topic at the moment with all of the latest technology that's coming out. So I'm going to hand over to you, and we'll be in the background and taking questions at the end.
Okay, great. Well, I will share my screen here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Share this screen. We prepared a little presentation for everybody. Okay, so not sure how many people are there and how many people are familiar with Living Earth Crafts. So I'll just talk a little bit about our company. Um, I'm Erica Coble, as Sarah introduced. I'm the Vice President of Sales for Living Earth Crafts, and I've been with our company for 26 years in various roles throughout. We are a manufacturer out of Vista, California. So, for those of you who don't know about us or who don't know a lot about us, I'll just talk a little bit about our story. So, we are a company that's been in business for 50 years. Our main clients are luxury resorts, although we have many laterals in franchises, sports facilities, clinics, and things like that. The luxury resorts are our main business, and some of our top clients are Marriott, Auberge, Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton's, Accor Properties, and a sprinkling of everything in between. So we believe that we align with the best of the best companies because of the operating principles for our company. So those are listed here. We use the finest materials in our manufacturing process. Sustainability is at the heart of what we do. It always has been for Living Earth Crafts. Our founders believed strongly in using materials from renewable sources, from wood to upholstery, PU upholstery that doesn't, end up in landfills and harm our earth. So really, it's at the heart of who we are and what we do. Innovation has also been a core part of our company. I have some slides later on that will go into some of that a little bit deeper, and some products to share with everyone too. So the purpose of our company and healing humanity through touch is the motto of our sister company, Earthlight. They're part of our family of brands, and that obviously spills over into our brand philosophy as well on the Living Earth Craft side. So just providing the best customer service, the best products that we can, and really listening to our clients. A lot of the products that we've come up with over the years, especially in the area of innovation, have been because clients come to us and tell us that there's a void in the market, or there's something that they would like to see, something that they would like to go deeper into the thoughtfulness of creating a spa treatment or an enhancement for a treatment. So those are things that we really take a lot of pride in here at our company. Kind of a cool statistic also about our company is that we have about 110 employees here in the States. And the average tenure is between 10 and 15 years. So lots of faces who have been at this company for 10 to 15, even more. I mentioned I've been here for 26. There's some guys in the factory that have me beat up at the 30-year mark. And so it really is, we've created just a family of people working here at our company. So the next slide here is why you would choose Living Earth Crafts. There's a lot of text in here, and as you know, this will be on the website for you all to kind of browse through, and you'll have my contact information if you need anything else, but I'll just hit a few highlights here. So I talked a little bit about our clientele, and that really we work with the upper echelon of luxury spa resorts. And along the innovation realm, we have won 9 of the last 12 iSpa Innovate Awards with various products from the MindSync to the Fusion Light. We have a customer service app. So we really feel like that means a lot for us to win more than half, almost 3/4 of those awards that are granted by iSpa. We've got over 20 different patents on our technology, and some of those are new, and I will share those with you today. Our top 2 tables, the Century City and the Insignia, which we'll talk about, have a replaceable Strata Cloud Film mattress. The really special thing about this mattress, other than being very comfortable and replaceable, which is great for the spa, is that we have now added a grounding and EMF protection to those mattresses. So we'll get into that as we go down here. The Radiance PT is a really exciting product that I'm excited to talk with you guys about and show how the spa can just enhance treatments, and it can be a very fast revenue generator. And it's just an answer to a problem in the spa in the area of red light. So 50 years, I mentioned that we've been in business. So that is definitely we position ourselves as a company you can trust. People can call us directly. We have a service department. We have an app that you can get directly through to our service department. We are here, and we have a lot of employees that are really dedicated to the success of our company and the success of your spa. So our products are built to order. We don't stock anything here. Everything is custom built, tailored to your spa with the options that you need, with the colors, obviously, that you need, and any customizations that you may require for your space. The customer service app is so important, and I'm speaking to people in Mexico and in the Caribbean and maybe Latin America, and the fact that you can download an app right on your phone, or anyone in your spa can. And if there's any issue at all, there's a serial number at the bottom of every treatment table and all of our pedicure chairs. You can take a picture of that serial number. You can type that serial number right into the app, upload a video, picture, or just some text about anything that might be going on, or even if you just have a question about the product and how it functions. Downloading that app and putting that information there sends it right from your phone right to our service department. So a lot of times if there's an issue or somebody's needing service or wanting us to help with something, there's a lot of back and forth between the spa director and the technicians and the lead therapists, and there's a lot of time that's lost there, right? Just kind of you all getting to the bottom of the information that you need from us. So with that app, you cut out all of that back and forth between people at the spa communicating. You can get directly with us and get help for whatever you need from us. We have 3 different continents that we're on. So our main manufacturing plant is here in Vista, California. That's where we ship our orders for Mexico and Latin America. We have a factory in China. That factory in China produces spa products that ship within China and Asia. And they also produce some of the lower end equipment, or the more economy equipment for our sister company, Earthlight. We do receive some parts from them, some different materials and frames and some motors and things that come from China that come over to us here in Vista to assist us in manufacturing the treatment tables or the pedicure chairs. But when you order from Living Earth Crafts, we're producing your order here in the States. We also have a warehouse in Amsterdam, and that's filled mainly with Earthlight products that are shipped within Europe. And we have a warehouse in Japan as well. Again, that's mainly with Earthlight products, but we also have some Living Earth Crafts customers there as well. So definitely a worldwide company. We ship globally. We need to update this presentation because we're in over 150 countries worldwide. And that means a lot to us too, that our brand name and that our equipment has proven itself to be so trusted that we're able to ship to far, far lands. So sustainability, as I mentioned, really, really important to us. We do all we can other than sourcing the materials that are sustainable and good for the earth. We're doing everything inside of our factory that we can with low voltage lighting, charging stations, the stain and lacquer that we use. I know Sarah's been here and had a tour, and it's pretty impressive to kind of see how things come into the back of our factory as just big, huge pieces of wood, and then they go through all of these different departments and they get customized and turn into beautiful spa equipment. And we don't cut corners. The stain and lacquer that we use is water-based, and that's really important because it does not emit any harmful VOCs into the atmosphere. It would be easier if we did not use a water-based stain or lacquer, because sometimes it requires us doing that process in production multiple times, but it's just, we've always done it since our inception, and it's important to us and has just become part of what we continue to do. So we also align with the companies that have the same guiding principles as us, like the Green Spa Network, Trees for the Future, Sustainable Harvestry. We're really trying to do anything we can to keep our carbon footprint to zero and help other countries and other companies wherever we can, if we can influence that at all. So that's a lot about us if you already knew about us. Hopefully you found a few little tidbits there to help you understand, or if you had any questions. So now I'll share some products specifically. You see right here, the Century City. I mentioned our replaceable Strata Cloud Fill mattress, and Earth Connect is the new technology and the new feature that we've added there. So that black strip that you see, that is a conductive upholstery and a conductive thread. So what that is, it's a grounding piece. It's plugged into the table. There is an EMF shield that is embedded into that mattress. So that is blocking the EMFs that the motors are emitting. So when the guest is lying on the table, and there'll be a sheet on this table, as we know, when the guest is in contact with that sheet, that grounding material is still affecting the guest through the sheet. So when the therapist lies hands on the guest, the therapist is grounded now as well as the guest. So our intention was, grounding is important. It's something that people are talking about now, just stopping getting kind of reconnected with the Earth's energy, the Earth's frequencies, kind of blocking the free radicals, and knowing that a guest would be interested in that was where we were coming from when we created this technology. After launching it at iSpa, we were very happily surprised at the therapist feedback. So the therapist, there's a lot of energy exchange as they are providing these treatments to their guests throughout the day. So the therapist knowing that they are also grounded whilst having hands on the guest was a really, really big, it made an impact. And I think it's something that differentiates the spa. If you can convey to new hires or to your therapist that this is a way of giving a healthier massage, I think it's important to people, and it's something worth mentioning for sure. This mattress is replaceable, as I've mentioned, and it also has a dual zone embedded table warmer. So there's a table warmer inside of this mattress, and it is intended to be switched out. We know that will happen. The table warmers operate with really small, they're called filament wires, and they're very small. And over time, those wires, if one of those breaks or frays inside of the table warmer, that warmer will no longer work. And it's just kind of the nature of these products, the table warmers. They're all the same that are out there as far as the construction of the warmer. So you can count on about 2 or 3 years out of a table warmer. That's kind of the lifespan, and then it's easily replaced. This mattress unzips at the head end of the table. That new warmer, or the warmer, is taken out and the new warmer is placed in. So does not require a technician. It's meant for the spa to be able to easily do that themselves. Additionally, this treatment table comes with a warming drawer, and that warming drawer is suitable for stones, hot towels, and dry linens. Most people use it for hot towels, and the towels are wet, as we know. So you can utilize it for all three of those things, but not all three of those things at the same time. So there's one temperature setting for the towels, one temperature setting for the stones, and another for the linen. So it's not uncommon for us to ship this treatment table with the warming drawer, and then for somebody to also order a trolley that houses a warming drawer as well. It's just a really nice way to keep the spa room looking clean, easily accessible for the therapist, and just nice to have it incorporated into the products. The Century City also boasts a really low height range. So 19.5 is, sorry, I don't have the centimeters in my head. But that's a really low height range, and that's with a 3-inch system on this table. So you get up to 22.5 when you are in this mattress that we have here, which is a 5.5-inch mattress. It's definitely the most luxurious mattress out on the market. We have done lots of market research and sent many demo tables to people kind of against where we have our competitors' table and our table right next to each other with guests and therapists trying it. And this mattress wins every time. It's ultra luxurious. So that's the Century City. Next is our Insignia line. The Insignia line also includes the replaceable Strata Cloud Fill mattress. We have, I believe, 5 different cabinet bases. This base here with this open kind of a dual pedestal type base, this was our Ellipse base, and it was the latest base that we introduced at iSpa. This particular table is shown with the MindSync option. So that's that screen that you see there. And we'll talk a bit more about the MindSyncs. Both the Insignia and the Century City are electric tables. So in our industry, there are electric tables and there are hydraulic tables. And I don't blame anyone for not knowing the difference, because I wouldn't if I didn't work here. People think if they plug something into the wall that is an electric table, but that is not the case. There's a lot of tables, and we make some hydraulic tables in the Serenity and the Pro Salon that we'll see a little bit later. But the electric tables are easier to maintain in the field over the lifetime of the table. Just like with anything that's electrical or mechanical, it will need some service at some point in time. And when you are working with a hydraulic system, it's a little more difficult to work on that system out in the field. There are a few more places where you could have some trouble or something to cause issue. On the hydraulic side, the electric tables are easier, as I say, to work on. Electric tables are a little more expensive up front, between $500 and $900 if you compare that to a hydraulic table. You just kind of have to weigh out the longevity and the repair costs of working on a table in the field. So wanted to mention that. With this table and the Strata Cloud Fill mattress, you still have the dual zone embedded warmer. You still have the low height range. You've got that grounding and the Earth Connect with the EMF protection built in there. And I'll just go through a couple of the other treatment tables in that family of the Insignia. So the Waverly is on the left there, and the Waterfall is on the right. The Waverly is the most popular model that we sell. People seem to really like that look. The Waterfall is really special, and in the right location, like maybe Mexico and the Caribbean, looks just really beautiful with that. That's a Corian finish there. And it's kind of framing the top of the frame and falling down. So the waterfall's falling down over the edge of the table there. That's where it gets its name from. In the Insignia, you'll have an option to do sliding cabinet doors or pull out drawers. So in the Waterfall, that particular table only has the option of the pull out drawers. And on the Waverly and some of the other options that we'll see, you could replace the sliding doors with the pull out drawers. We can add a warming drawer into these treatment tables as well. And in that case, like if you were adding it to the Waverly on the left-hand side, instead of cabinet doors, when you add the warming drawer, that whole cabinet becomes 2 pull-out drawers there. So Warming drawers are probably ordered more often than the slide open doors are. It's just a really popular option for us. So we didn't show, there's a couple of others insignias that we have, but those are the most popular that I just showed there. The Radiance PT, this is the table that I am the most excited about, and maybe our industry, for the people that I've been talking to since iSpa are most excited about. We're quoting this table every single day. It's a very special table because this table can double as just a straight basic treatment table. So as you see, there's pulsed LED therapy that's built into this treatment table here. And on the end here, this 3-paneled half blanket moves all around the table. It is wired to the table. It needs to be because it has to get the power. But it stores very conveniently in that small drawer that you see there. And the hood and the neck roll also store in that drawer as well. And then there's a plug that plugs up that LED panel there. So that's perfectly spaced for the back. When the guest is lying on their back, it hits them right in the lower back. So the ability to have a room where you can just offer standard massage or any of your typical body treatments that you would offer. And now you have the ability to offer enhancements, and you could be so creative. And I would be really happy to brainstorm with you about how you could implement the pulse light therapy into your massages. But if you add it on, you could add just the lower back panel. If somebody's just having some aches and pains in the lower back, you could add just the hood for anti-aging or hair restoration, just the neck roll. That flexible blanket to me is really special. And I think the way that you can be the most creative, because we all have pain in different parts of our body. And I picture the therapist, the guest is lying face down, and they have explained that we have this technology where, we can treat aches and pains. And as the guest is lying down and the therapist is working on the back, the half blanket can be on the calves for the guest if they're a runner or recovering from something, or they have some pain in their ankles. You can wrap it around the knee if somebody has one particular knee that ails them. And then during the massage, you just continually move that blanket around. So when the guest flips over and now they're on their back, that blanket can be used for body contouring. This is an FDA cleared system. Saluma is our partner, and they have been granted the FDA clearance for body contouring. So putting that half blanket around the midsection if somebody's wanting to do a little body contouring there, on the thighs, or then if there's some shoulder pain and the therapist is working on the legs, the therapist can wrap that whole half blanket right around the shoulder there. So just so many options to be able to enhance the treatment. And also, it's an upsell, of course, right? Depending on if you're just offering just the half blanket for the aches and pains, or if they also want to do the aches and pains and then they want to do some anti-aging, treat some wrinkles, treat some scarring. Depending on the location and the level of your spa, I have heard rates of people offering red light from anywhere from $55 to $275 for 25-minute treatments. So again, I'd be really excited to talk with you about how you could implement this into your spa. We are very keen to offer demo products to spas that really think that this could enhance their offerings and increase their menu options. The typical red light tables that are kind of like the tanning bed type tables, they're between $45,000 and $80,000. And I've talked to many spas that have one of those in a room that is not frequently used. So the beauty of the Radiance PT, as I mentioned, is just that if you're not offering any red light therapy at all, you still have that fully functioning treatment room to be able to just offer your typical menu options, and then adding on with the LED. So would be very excited to talk to anyone about demoing the product. We have a really special program that we do with people if you think that this would be great for your spa. So we can talk about that later. We have also released our Baja line. This also was a release of ours at iSpa, and we have a couple of different cabinetry options. The really special thing about the Baja is it is ADA compliant. Now, in Mexico and the Caribbean, you probably don't, I'm guessing you don't have the ADA law, so it's the American Disability Act. And for many years, it was a very gray area of how low those treatment tables had to go to be considered or qualified for ADA. And for years, it was basically as long as a wheelchair can roll up and the guest could transfer from a wheelchair into the treatment table easily, that something was signed off for ADA. In Europe, they have a similar program. It's not called ADA. I can't remember off the top of my head what the name is, but the point is that the treatment table goes really, really low. So it goes down to 18 inches, which is really low. If you measure out what that looks like next to your body, I think you'll be surprised. Like I'm 5'7", and 19 inches comes up to just above the middle of my shin. So it is a really low treatment table. And here in the States, especially for new builds, ADA compliancy is coming into play more frequently. And here it's one room needs to be ADA compliant. So some folks they'll buy some Century Cities, and then they'll do one of the Bajas or the Edge, which is another version of this table. Oh, we don't have it in there. Sorry, it's just it's a sharp edged cabinetry versus this round cabinetry. It still has the two pull-out drawers, just like this one does for storage, but just getting that really low height range. We do have people that will buy all Bajas for their whole spa because that table still goes up to a suitable height for massage or other body treatments. It just really hits that low treatment mark. This has a replaceable mattress as well. It's a little bit of a different replaceable mattress than you see on the Century City or the Insignia. And I won't get into all those details of what that's like now, but I can talk anyone through the difference in that replaceable mattress if you'd like to. So fully functioning, just like the Century City and the Insignia, where the back tilts, the leg tilts. So completely multi-purpose for facial or massage or other body treatments that you're offering at the spa. The Everest Ascent is another we had a really big iSpa this year. If anybody came by and visited us, we had many new innovations. So this was another new innovation at that show. And this is also just an ADA compliant treatment table. It's got a different look to it. You've got that Corian LED lit base there. And because we work with so many different brands and so many different countries all around the world, we have a lot of different options on what the bases look like on the treatment tables. So it gets down to that super low height range, which is also great for shorter people. So anyone under like 5'4" would really benefit from a treatment table that goes lower. We have low height ranges on some of our hydraulic tables that we offer, but the Baja and the Everest line, they go the lowest. And it actually warms my heart to know that spa directors are also thinking about their therapist and using the proper body ergonomics. The industry has evolved and changed so much over the last 25 years, and just knowing about those body ergonomics and looking out for the therapist and how they are utilizing their body to give the best treatment possible and for the longevity of their career is really, really important. So we have some answers to help people achieve that with their staff. The Mind Sync. This is one of the products that we won the Innovate Award for. We have this technology. It's a vibroacoustic technology. And I hope you have had an opportunity to try it. If you haven't, we must find you a spa to go try it out. We have quite a few in Mexico. And I really encourage everyone to try this option. This can be utilized as an unattended treatment, or it can be an add-on to before or after the guest has a treatment. There's a lot of different things you can do with this too. You can charge for this, or you can make this an option for all of your guests to experience. I've seen spas do it both ways. I've seen spas be very, very successful with membership programs with this technology. The vibroacoustics move through the chair. And there are 6 programs that you see on that tablet. So all the guest is doing on that tablet is they are choosing what they will do. There's 3 categories. There's sleep, meditation, and relaxation. So once the guest has determined what they're there to do that day, within those 3 categories, there are 2 programs for each category. The guests can get into this chair completely by themselves. There's an embedded hand control right on the side of the arm. They get themselves into a 0 gravity position. We recommend a weighted blanket. It's just a really beautiful way to have a great experience. And then they put the headphones on and they hit play, and they're good to go for the next however long their program is. Most of the programs are 25 minutes. There is one neo nap, which is an hour-long program. And this is a clinically proven technology. So our technology partner here, created this technology in the way that the vibroacoustics that go through the chair are not like a vibroacoustic chair that you may have been on in the past. Like we sold SoSound for a really long time, and that was a vibroacoustic that was just resonating through the entire table or chair to the music for however long you had it on play. This is curated vibroacoustics. So the program that they choose, if they go for sleep, now the vibroacoustics are geared towards sleep. So the resonation may be in the back of the head 2 or 3 times, and then move to the lower back 1 time, and then move to the foot and back to the lower back. So the studies that they have done on where that vibroacoustic should be happening, so that it speaks to the parasympathetic nervous system, which that's our flight or fight system. And that's the system that our body uses to relax and calm and find rest and restoration. So it's clinically proven to reduce stress, anxiety, and increase sleep. And it differs from other vibroacoustic systems out on the market because of the pairing of the vibroacoustic and how those patterns happen in conjunction with what the guest is listening to. So what they're listening to, there's 2 different frequencies that are happening in each headphone. So when you have one frequency in one ear and another frequency in the other ear, that's when binaural beats are created. And people say, I want something with binaural beats. It's half true that wish is half right. Really, our brains are what is creating the binaural beat by transferring those 2 different frequencies in our brains. Repeated use of this chair shows that new neural pathways are created. And what that means is that just gets you to a place of rest and restoration and sleep faster than you were able to before. I am a believer. It is an amazing technology. We can put this MindSync technology, like I mentioned, into loungers that we offer or treatment tables. We've just had a 4 Seasons here in the States that they added the MindSync to all of their treatment tables, and their guest feedback is amazing. It's just wonderful to see how people are responding. The key to this technology is to get your staff on board with understanding how to sell it. Oh, Sarah, am I still here?
Yes, Erica.
Okay. Do you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I just had my computer just flashed. So sorry, everybody. I'm glad you can see it. I'm gonna have to get back there. So getting your staff on board with being able to talk about this technology and understanding what it is and kind of gripping and grasping onto whatever resonates with them, no pun intended. If they can easily explain it to the guest and make the guest understand how that technology works in a way that the guest can understand. When you start talking about parasympathetic nervous systems and neural pathways, so you lose some people. So just training the staff, and I am happy to help train the staff on how easy it is for them to talk about this technology is really key to making this technology work in the spa. Okay. Here's another one of our loungers. This is called the Wave Reset. This is also a zero gravity lounger and is electronically adjusted. So how it differs from the zero gravity chair that we just saw in the last slide, in that chair, the legs are adjustable, the back is adjustable, as well as a main pivot point for the guest to lay back and relax in. This chair, as you see, it has a static, like a fixed zero gravity position, but then the entire chair rocks or moves back and forth. It's got a really beautiful base with a Corian inlay there, some LED lighting that goes through the base. You can add heat to this. You can add heat to the mind sink as well. But that pairing this lounger also with our mind sink technology or another acoustic technology that we have called the Rezen just makes it a really, really special experience. Replaceable mattresses on both of these products as well. And the New Wave lounger, another one of our loungers, a static lounger, meaning it does not adjust. So it's just got a really beautiful, clean look. That open shelf there is gorgeous, and just another place where you could put some towels. I've seen spas do some really neat things there to just add to the decor with some pillows or some really nice blankets. So suitable for a lounge, a recovery center, just a nice, I've seen people do IV treatments on almost all of these loungers as well and offer that. If anybody saw the Omrit article that was just out yesterday, they've done an IV station with the mind sinks with 4 of them set up, which is just a really nice experience to just add for that guest. The last New Wave that we saw had that open shelf, and this one has more of a closed base. If this goes a little better for the decor, again, we just have like lots of different options to match and marry and can best suit your spot there. So with the acoustic resonance options, I would say probably about 30% of our clients right now are adding the acoustic resonance. I think it's becoming more and more mainstream for guests to be looking for something like this. You know, we were selling SoSound 20 years ago and it was like unheard of. People didn't know what it was. Spas didn't know how to use it when they had it and how to deal with the music and then headphones. And now it is, like I say, just much more mainstream for people to experience and be looking for at the spa. So I think it's just another thing that, again, just differentiates your spa, gets that guest. You want the guest to come back to you. And we all go back to places that we love and that have offerings that excite us and things that we love about places we go. So I think those are special things that you can do. I will just go back here for a second. So just to touch on Rezen. So I mentioned we have 2 acoustic resonance offerings that we have now, and Rezen is the second option after the Mind Sync. So the main difference between those 2 options are the Mind Sync has the clinical data. The research is on our website by Johns Hopkins. They did the studies where it's proven to reduce that stress, anxiety, and increase sleep. And Rezen, it's powered by Mindstream. So we know in our industry, Mindstream is a wonderful company. They create great content. Mindstream is just the relaxing music. It's relaxing spa music. It's resonating through the chair all at the same time. There's nothing curated about the resonation that is special, like there is on the, not that it's not special. I guess targeted is the best word. The MindSync is targeted to treat different areas of your body, and the reason just resonates through the chair. It's still a lovely experience. I think it's just what are you looking to do for your guest? You really could, in my view, probably charge more for the MindSync technology. I know spas that charge anywhere from $30 to $55 for the 25-minute MindSync, or $75 to $95 for the 60-minute neo nap. And if that's all they're doing at the spa, they just come in. That's what they're there for. They're at the spa for an hour and a half. They really don't need anyone to do, to help them in and out of the chair. I would love to brainstorm with people. You could do a really beautiful inhalation exercise either before or after they get done being treated in the chair. So there's just so many really lovely experiences you can create around those. So I'll be happy to talk through MindSync and Reason with anyone that has any questions after this call is over. So also in our line is, you've seen some loungers, you've seen some treatment tables. Obviously we do trolleys and accessories and things like that, but we have a full line of pedicure options as well. So this is a Living Earth Crafts Club LE pedicure chair. And what makes this chair really, really special is that the tub is electronically retractable. So on the inside of the arm, the guests push the button and the tub comes in under the chair. So it's easy to get in, easy to get out of, easy to adjust for people who are taller and people who are shorter. You can add, as you see here, the swing away side trays, and there's a drop-in one-piece tray there as you see the nail polish on there. So technicians can do side manicures, you can do front-facing manicures, just pedicure. It's just a very versatile chair and super comfortable. It's got an electronic tilt. You can add the relaxer system, so you've got some vibration and heat there. It's just a really, really elegant pedicure chair. And a great design there. The Wilshire LE, these are very popular in Mexico. You may have seen these around. I think the look is just a little bit different than that Club LE that we just saw. So the chair functions in the same way that the Club LE does, with that retractable foot bath. So that bath retracts underneath the chair, just like the Club LE does. Just a really nice small footprint. We all know what happens when the spa is getting built, and what happens is the pedicure and the salon area gets smaller and smaller and smaller as people realize that they need hallways and lockers and things they maybe didn't think about. So the small footprint on the Wilshire and the Club LE is really important. And then the Mistia, this guy's been around for a long time, and the Mistia comes in a variety of offerings. We're showing it here in a non-plumbed option. So this can be a really beautiful ritualistic pedicure in my perspective. You could do something really graceful and elegant with adding water to the bowl, with some beautiful jugs. Just something special that kind of makes people feel like, they're getting that luxury experience, but in a more economy chair. You see this black arm here that is on the tub. That is for the technician to easily roll that whole unit away so that they can go dump or even fill, if they wanted to, the tuck away tub. So that whole unit tucks away right under the chair as well. You can add the side arms here to this chair also, be able to do that same side or front facing manicure. So just another special design there in pedicure. And that's it. I thought there might be more. We have a full line of products, and would be really happy to send anyone any more information that you might need or want on other tables that we offer. As you know, we have price points that are from $2,000 to $25,000 and kind of everything in between. So we hope we have something for everything. I hope you felt like you learned a little bit more about Living Earthcrafts here and the product offerings that we have. I hope most of you know my colleague Pilar, who is our Latin America sales representative, who is delightful. And if you don't know her, you must know her because she's a wonderful lady. And I wish she was here, but she has an appointment. So she's not here today, but appreciate everyone. And I'll stop sharing here so that Sarah can take over.
Thank you so much, Erica. Yes, it was such a
Sure.
pleasure in January when I got the opportunity to do the site visit of the factory in California. And it was really impressive to see how little waste is created and how, the sustainability aspect really is at the forefront of every process and procedure that you're doing at the factory. So, and to see so many faces that you said had been there 30 plus years.
Yeah. Yeah.
That really is a testament to a company where people love to work. So
Yes.
it was such a
Yes.
pleasure. Okay, so a couple of questions.
Okay.
The grounding and EMF protection, would you perceive that to be revenue generating or just value add?
I think just a value add.
Okay, yeah, that
It's
makes
a really good question, but I think that it's something that is, it's not like vibroacoustics where you're really feeling what's happening to you,
sense.
and you're kind of going away with this experience. You're not, something's happening, but you're
Yeah.
not probably feeling it.
Great. I also loved hearing about the service app, and I think that that's really useful for people who are a little further afield than right in the
Yes.
vicinity of the warehouse. And so, by
Yes.
using the service app, is that something that local maintenance or in-resort maintenance people might be able to deal with once there's a fix identified, and then the process of sending parts is more streamlined? What?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Sorry,
that
go ahead. Go ahead.
you can collaborate with the maintenance people on the ground to help them fix any issues that arise.
Yes, yes, absolutely. With the way that technology has grown, Sarah, it is so much easier for us to support people than it was 15 years ago. We still did it, right? But there's FaceTime and Zoom calls and team calls, and Jose and Oscar run our service department, and they hop on calls with people all the time, not only to troubleshoot and diagnose, but to assist engineering departments, handymen, technicians along the way of parts being received. So absolutely, the app is amazing, and we are here to support you from the time that you figure out you have an issue through helping getting that part installed for you.
Excellent. And I have one
Yes.
question that is, as all tables are customized, how much time does it take on average to receive the table once
Oh,
you've
good
ordered it?
question. Yeah, good question. So we are typically a 4-week build time.
Mhm.
Every now and then that is shrunk a little bit, and every now and then it goes a little bit longer, but you can count on 4 weeks in production. And
Mhm.
then we can ship for Mexico, we ship to typically San Diego, Texas, or Florida, depending on which importer you're using. And how that goes. So it takes about 5 days to get there. So now you're into 5 weeks, and then from however long the final transit time is from those destinations of Florida, Texas, or San Diego. So maybe another 2 weeks or so. So probably all in just about 8 weeks.
Great, great, good
Yeah.
information. And can the MindSync system be integrated into any of the treatment tables?
Nearly any of the treatment tables. We do have a couple of that are the more economy tables that are non-electric. People know the Napa, it has the hand crank at the end and raises and lowers. So like the $2,000 Napa, no, the Serenity, no. But once you get into the Century City, the Insignia, even the Radiance PT, some of those electric tables, then yes, that MindSync can be incorporated into those tables.
Fantastic. And yes, it's so interesting to see how vibroacoustics is really kind of exploding into the industry, and everyone is familiar with it, talking about it, guests are looking for it, and
They are.
I'm a huge fan of it. And I just love that you have the MindSync program, and then also the other integration with the MindStream. I think
Um,
any of those sensations are really amazing to have and just do a lot for the experience of the guest.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd like to add one thing. I'm sorry, I forgot to say it during when I was talking about the mind sync is while somebody outside of the mind sync just kind of walking by when a guest is having their treatment, you will hear the transducer kind of vibrating a bit.
Mhm.
It's nothing that's disruptive. It's not, I've never had a complaint about it, but you do not hear the music. You don't hear what the guest is experiencing with the mind sync. With the Reason option, that's powered by Mindstream, and that's just resonating through whatever chair or table you put it in. With the Reason, you do hear that overflow. So you hear the music outside. If you're walking by a lounger that had Reason on it, you would also hear that music. So I think it's important to
Yeah.
mention that depending on where one of those items might live in the spa, if somebody were to order them.
Definitely a point to consider in where you're
Yeah,
placing it.
great.
Amazing information. Thank you so much, Erica, for sharing everything with us. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure to talk with you today.
Thank you. My pleasure. I hope I didn't talk too fast. A lot to cover. I have a lot of years of knowledge and would
You
be happy to
do.
talk to anyone after if anything else comes up.
Great. And we'll have the contact information for anyone looking for it. Thank you so much,
Okay,
Erica.
great. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Fabiola. Bye, everyone.